What's going on, YouTube? And welcome here to another day. We are doing once again another resort spotlight. And for the first time, we are going to be doing a resort spotlight not only in front of Lightning McQueen, we're also going to be doing a spotlight on a moderate resort. We've done the Polynesian, we've done the Contemporary, and we've even done the Grand Floridian. Well, today we're going to be heading in a different direction. We're going to be heading to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort has a lot of ties to me. I've been to this resort two times in the past 10 years on trips. I went on the old version before they redid it. And I've since like when they redid this resort, and it doesn't look like this is done. There's definitely a lot of stuff going on back here. It is far from done, but that's okay. And I mean, this resort is really fantastic. Like, if you look at the finished product of you've got a couple, like, it almost looks like pirate, like, fighting. It almost looks like a fort of the pool area. It's really, really cool looking. You've got the banana cabana, right? You've got this little kind of fruit bar. Also has the pineapple upside down cake. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, that's also going to be here. Yeah, this resort has a lot of charm to it. It opened October 1st of 1988. And a lot of the history for this resort, you kind of have to go back. You have to remember, like, during that era, Michael Eisner was the CEO. He was the man in charge, and him along with Frank Wells, they wanted to add more resorts, right? Like, to get more people to stay here, we need to have as many resorts as possible. And this was one of those resort concepts, along with Dixie Landing and Port Orleans Riverside, Port Orleans French Quarter, right? Those two resorts. The Swan and Dolphin Hotel, Pop Century, which was a later addition, All Star Music, All Star Movies, All Star Sports, all during that sort of era. And I mean, the music alone, this music now, I get the chills when I hear this music, because at this point, like, my brain has associated this, like, calypso Caribbean music with a Disney trip. Because every time we go on the buses and we would come back to our resort, they usually play the theme music of your resort. And because now I've been on two separate trips to Caribbean Beach Resort, that music just sticks with me in a different way at Walt Disney World. So if you haven't stayed at a Caribbean Beach Resort, there are so many things beyond the pool, beyond just kind of the beach setup here, and the different buildings, the architecture. It is really fantastic. You also have the Skyliner now, which is a huge addition. I think that's really something that helps out this resort a lot. But there are negatives to this resort. A lot of people think this is kind of an overpriced resort. It's a higher end, moderate resort. You're paying for higher end, moderate resort pricing, and there is a lot of walking. And if your resort is on the other side of Old Port Royale, where we just came from, there is a lot of walking involved. And if your Skyliner at least for me, when I went on my most recent trip, it was actually easier to take the Riviera Resort line than going to the Caribbean Beach line. That happens too. And also, a lot of people have had problems with ECVs and strollers. There is no elevators to get to the second floor. So keep that in mind. If you're somebody that has a stroller or an ECV, you cannot get to the second floor of Caribbean Beach Resort. There are no elevators to get you to these levels. So those are the type of things that really bother people. And I understand that, right? Thankfully for me, those things aren't a concern for me. So it doesn't really bother me. But I can definitely see how, for somebody that needs an elevator, right, with strollers or children, or ECVs, that can be quite a difficult task. And either in the beginning of a day or at the end, more importantly, at the end of a really long day at the parks, and then you have a problem getting to your room, that could be a problem. But there's also a ton of benefits to this resort. This resort is very similar to the Polynesian in the sense that it gets that beachy kind of feel at a more affordable price. My most recent trip here, me and my girlfriend, we were at Caribbean Beach, right? And we were able to fight off the Skyliner people. And we were coming back from, I think it was Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios, one of those. It had to have been Hollywood Studios. We were coming back on the Skyliner. And we were able to get back to the resort. And we were sitting on one of the swings outside. One of these, like, kind of, what do you call these, like a hammock? We were sitting on the hammock watching the fireworks over the Riviera Resort from the beach. And we were able to see the first week of, what is it called now? Whatever the replacement, Harmonia Symphony of Us, right? We were able to see that entire show from here on the beach. So if you're able to get that aspect from it, and you're able to enjoy the Calypson Caribbean music and things like that, you're really gonna get a lot out of this resort, and you can really enjoy it. And because it's so spaced out, you don't really run into people a lot. It's pretty, like, there's a lot of space to cover, so you're not constantly bumping into people. And if you're that type of person, like I kind of am, I actually don't mind that. I kind of enjoy having that separate, a little bit more space to move around from other people. And obviously the theme of this resort, pretty self-explanatory. It's tropical islands, and the different buildings each have a different island name. You have Aruba, Barbados, Martinique, Jamaica, and Trinidad. And I might have said this before, but if I haven't said it already, over 1,500 rooms in this resort. So it is quite a big resort. And, once this is all done, I'll probably come back and show you guys the completed Caribbean Beach. But this is a really beautiful resort. And again, even if you're not staying here, this is the one of the resorts I would say, make it a point to go to Sebastian Bistro for the night and have dinner there. Or make it a point to go to Banana Cabana and just have a drink right along the water, right? Like, this is the type of place that you can feel the energy just from being at Old Port Royale. It really is something special. And I really, maybe it's biased because I have a lot of nostalgia and memories here, but I really love this resort a lot. And like I said, there are definitely cons to it. And if you're one of the people that has a hard time with the bus loop and doesn't want to stop 5 times because the resort is so big that they have 5 bus stops, or you don't have access to an elevator for the second floor, or you don't really want to walk around after a long day at the park and you have to walk again to get to your resort, I get that. I get why people don't like this resort. But listen, I'm young, I'm in my early 20s. That doesn't really bother me too much. I enjoy every aspect, honestly, of this resort. So with that said, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the laydown of this resort. And again, as I always do, I always recommend go to the resorts, try different resorts, see the different food, see the different restaurants, see the vibe of these resorts. And you'll probably end up liking it, and it might even end up being the place that you stay at on your next trip. Or if you don't like it, and you'll know, all right, I definitely don't want to go to that resort on my next trip, right? Or maybe ever, right? So that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you like the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe as always. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time.